YouTube, we's back for another vid, man. Ooh, hopefully the camera angle is right. You know what I'm saying? My bad, man. But anyways, man, it's the weekend, so there will be no trades. My last two trades have been, the last two trades I went 1-1. You know what I'm saying? I won one of them, then I gave the money right back to the market. And I feel like the only reason why I gave that money right back to the market, because the trade that I took, I'll show y'all on the charts. But I was awake for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I didn't trade London session because the news came out and I was like, man, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? But I woke up at 10:40 and I went to my Instagram, checked all my Discords, you know what I'm saying? And I seen my nigga TJR. That nigga up 150K. So I'm like, damn, I missed, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, seriously, let me see if I can catch in on the action. You know what I'm saying? Just the remainder of the action, if anything. So I entered a short position at 10:45 and we smacked out at 10:50. That trade didn't last long at all. You know what I'm saying? But then again, it was not a part of my trading strategy. I wasn't even looking at the charts. Hell, I looked at my phone. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the position lining up, the fair value gap, we was already in the downtrend. I waited for the pullback into the fair value gap and targeted the same lows. You know what I'm saying? That was a W. But then again, the position that I took before the news came out, which I'm sure y'all know what news I'm talking about. What the fuck? But I was in profit. I was waiting for a London manipulation and then a continuation to the downside, but that didn't happen. We got the London manipulation, came into profit, I went to sleep. I woke up to that bullshit. So, it is what it is, my friend. It comes with the game, you know what I'm saying? Not really too complaining about it. I'm still, I'm down 200, something like that on the week. So, nothing really to complain about, you know what I'm saying? Kind of my first loss in a couple of days, so, and then again, I'm giving that money back that I made that I should have never made. So that's how I look at it, man. I don't really take losses to heart. I don't really take them as a loss, because if you back test it and figuring out what you did right and figuring out what you did wrong, is it really a loss or is it more of a lesson? You know what I'm saying? Just sort of take away when you're trading. But I'm gonna throw y'all to these charts, man, so we can dive on in. Chart work. Yeah, nigga, y'all see that big-ass candlestick, bro? Like, that shit is insane, bro. That shit is insane. That was the news. Let me bring my drawings back. Like, bro. Who the fuck is trading this shit, bro? Genuinely. There's no entry right there. Besides, like, you know what I'm saying? We swept, I guess you could say, these highs right here had a pullback. News came out, but still, like, I don't know, bro. When I was trading this right here, let me move this all the way out the way. This is where I thought we was gonna have a pullback to continue down. You know what I'm saying? Because it was following market structure. Trend is your friend. You never want to trade against a trend. So there was no way that I'm looking for longs through any of this. You know what I'm saying? Any of that, I'm never looking for longs. So let me scale down to the 5 minute. You know what I'm saying? Let me bring this back up. Right? So boom. This was the last technical high point. Well, I guess you could say these right here. Technical high points of Asian session. Besides Asian session actual highs, right? So we manipulated up even higher, to be honest, because there's fair value gaps in here. So this whole move was imbalanced price action. So I was waiting for a pullback into, you know what I'm saying, just this area in general. We got that multiple times. I went to bed right here because we came down into profit. So I was like, all right, bet. We're finally making our move down. My stop loss was at a protected place. It was above the highs. So I was like, if we get stopped out, that means I was completely wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened. I was all the way wrong. What the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? But even then, right here, before news came out, I could kind of see New York session having a real continuation. And if that would have been the case, I would have dubbed out. But the news came out, and yeah. But I feel like this news was a good news as far as like the future goes, because you know what I'm saying, like it's signaling rate cuts. We're gonna get those rate cuts in September. Rate cuts is gonna be good for the economy, but obviously it's gonna drive price the opposite direction for now, at least. You know what I'm saying? Because people is scary, but then again, these people is dealing with a lot more money than we are. You know what I'm saying? So every subtle market movement is could be detrimental to their portfolio if going in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? So that, with that being said, that's all I got for that trade in particular, man. But as far as like what I want to see for the upcoming week, man, I don't even know if I'm gonna trade on Monday. You know, I don't really know, because like it's just so much volatility now. But that was a volatile week in general. So hopefully we get better price action next week. I'm pretty sure new week gap will open up bullish for Euro USD purposes. I trade Forex. So if something is bullish, that means it's bearish for the US dollar. You know what I'm saying? So I think price will open up bearish for the US dollar. So on Euro USD, it'll open bullish. And then we'll fill the gap. Probably a fair value gap in there somewhere, or some type of confirmation confluence to pull back and then reverse. Cause this was some bullshit. London session pretty much just chop all the way up until news, which is kind of, you know what I'm saying, to be expected. Man, that shit is just a bummer, bro. It's just a bummer. That news is insane. Like, let me jump up to a higher time frame so y'all can really see like the scale on how high we actually moved up. Can I turn this off? Thank you. Like, no way in hell I'm looking for longs in this market. Before the news came out, still I'm not looking for longs, even off of this sweep. Damn. Okay. Actually. But in my defense, these are 2 hourly candlesticks, right? So my trading strategy, if I don't get a liquidity sweep and a fair value gap or an inverse of a fair value gap, I'm looking at the previous session, looking at how they move, and I can base my next trade or to base the next previous session. What the fuck is this? Is that my screen? I feel like my screen is broke. But no, it looks like that's just some data. Oh, okay, yeah. Y'all see that down there. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I didn't even remember oh, yeah. Again, bro, I'm not looking for longs here. So my trading strategy, if I'm not looking for a liquidity sweep or a fair value gap or inverse of a fair value gap, along with the SMT ski, is I'm looking at the previous sessions, seeing what they did, and you can map out the next session based off of the previous session. You know what I'm saying? That's how I've been catching majority of my dubs without a liquidity sweep. And I can show y'all what I mean by that. So let's bring this back up. Let's jump back down to the 15-minute time frame, right? Is it going to load for me? Come on. What the fuck is going on? There we go. Alright, I'm like, bro, shit tripping. So like, right here, prime example. As soon as this shit loads. Where we at? Right here. So, London session, we got Asian session pretty much chopping, manipulation, distribution, and on top of that, that's London session sweeping out highs to reverse. Now, I went to sleep right here because, bro, I'm not finna stay up, you know what I'm saying, waiting hella long for all of this confluence, bro. Because we really didn't get a move down until 5 o'clock in the morning, right? That's 3 hours after the London session opened for me. After 3 hours of the session opening, bro, I'm not finna just keep sitting here staring at the screen, bro. I'm finna go to sleep, or I'm finna close the laptop and move around, bro. I couldn't find no entry. But it still works. London session swept, then we moved down, right? London session swept New York old highs over here and moved down. Right here, London session manipulated down these lows right here and moved up. It don't get no simpler than that, my friend. And even on the trade that I missed, if I go up to a higher time frame over here, where the news candle came out at, like I just showed you on a 2 hour time frame, that was a sweep. You know what I'm saying? A sweep of these lows. So, I mean, like, liquidity sweeps work regardless. You know what I'm saying? And then London, manipulation. Reversal. After our Asian session, you know what I'm saying? Chop, accumulation. You know what I'm saying? London session manipulated, then reversed. Manipulated, reversal. Manipulation, reversal. Right? It's that simple. In New York, most likely it's going to continue whatever way that London was already going. Every time. London over here. New York continue. London right here. New York just chopped around. London and New York right here. London reversed. New York continued. Right here. London was reversing. Continued. New York. You know what I'm saying? Trading is pretty simple once you keep your trading strategy simple. You know what I'm saying? Most of y'all be trying to overcomplicate the shit. You need all of these indicators. Bro, I see the nigga chart pattern yesterday on TikTok. Bro, it was lines everywhere. And I'm like, damn, my nigga, how many liquidity sweeps? How many, you know what I'm saying, trend lines you got on this bitch, bro? You can't, I could barely see the candlesticks. I'm like, damn, my nigga, you trading hopes and dreams. The fuck? I don't like all that complicated shit. Like, even these boxes right here is too much on my charts. But it's like, I only use it just to see what the session did, and then I turn this shit off, bro. Because I'll mark it out like I did right here. And then this just so happened to be my draws on liquidity. So it works out nice and smooth for me. So I gotta turn that shit off, bro. I can't be looking at all these lines and squigglies, bro. The candlesticks is already enough for my eyesight, bro. Then to factor in all these indicators, no, bro. I'm not doing all that shit, man. You don't need all them indicators to tell where price is gonna go, bro. It gets to a point where damn, English is hard. It gets to a point where I dead ass just open up the market. Like I say, I see what the previous session did. I wait for a sweep or some type of confirmation confluence that we finna reverse or continue, or we're gonna chop. You know what I'm saying? But previous session data will tell you that. You know what I'm saying? And if you targeting liquidity, you can't really lose. Highs and lows in the market, bro. Just target them. You know what I'm saying? And have your stop loss in an area that no one else will have your stop loss, and you won't get stopped out. Because y'all may think that the market is hunting your stop loss, but it's not even really hunting your stop loss. You just put it in an obvious spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know how to explain it, because it do sound like they're hunting you. But like, the market has to have liquidity to move. And for every loser, for every winner, there has to be a loser, right? So if you enter the position with one lot size, there has to be somebody on the opposite side willing to bet against you with the same lot size. So the reason why these people are manipulating the price like this is because they have to, you know what I'm saying, take out everybody else that's in the market and put in more money to fill their bigger position. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to do with you personally. It's just like, I need the money, you put it there, so I'm going to take it. You know what I'm saying? I got the money to manipulate the price, I'm going to do that. So I can get a bigger return for myself. It has nothing to do with you, because they know if they jack the price up, people are going to be buying. Then once it hit their key level that they wanted to bounce it off of, you're fucked, because you're still buying, and now they just dump price on his head. They're selling everything. That is where the sweep come from. That's where the manipulation come from. That's why people think that they're being hunted. And in reality, you're not. You personally aren't getting hunted, bro. they don't even know you exist. It's just like most people put their stop losses above highs and lows. So it's like if I sweep this high, I just stopped you out and then made hella people think that we finna shift the structure, so they're finna buy. And in reality, I'm just doing this to get a better entry for myself. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all ain't doing that, if y'all can't see that, then you just deserve to be the liquidity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta start thinking, like, where would 90% of traders place their stop loss? And if you can figure that out, I guarantee you your win rate goes up drastically. And y'all gotta stop being so ashamed of taking like a 1-to-1, bro. If you taking 1-to-1s every day, I guarantee you your win rate is 10 times higher than a nigga that's chasing a 1-to-4 and 1-to-8s. Like, come on, bro. Let's be realistic, bro. The odds of that 1-to-8 smacking in the time frame that you're trading is very slim. The only time that I get anything higher than a 1-to-3, 1-to-4, you know what I'm saying, is if it's extremely volatile day and I get my entry and my bias is right to the T, or if I swing trade the position, or if I go to sleep with the position running. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way that I would ever get that big of a move. Other than that, bro, I'm not trading no more than 2 hours actively. Other than that, bro, I'm letting the position run, and I probably done moved my stop loss to break even to where I can't lose, and I'm probably already in a decent amount of profit to where I can do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not finna, you know what I'm saying, just let a trade run off the rip. Like, I know y'all, my nigga Alex say set and forget, but like, set and forget to a certain extent. Set and forget when it makes sense to set and forget. But even then, if you're taking a position, it better make sense to, you should be able to walk away from the position and not feel no type of, you know what I'm saying, nothing in your gut. Trading should be simple and, you know what I'm saying, emotionless. If you got too many emotions when you're taking a trade, you probably shouldn't take that trade. But even then, like, when I take trades, I'm all constantly thinking about what could go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, hell, in this market, anything could go wrong. So if I'm thinking about what could go wrong, I'm factoring that into my trading strategy. So it's like, okay, but if I think this could go wrong, well, let me wait for this. But then again, you may get fucked, and you're waiting for that to go wrong, and it doesn't go wrong. So I can see what you mean by that too. But at the same time, like, that's just what comes with the market, bro. You will never be 100% right. I don't know anybody that has a 100% win rate. You may can get a 70% win rate, but like a completely 100% win rate is unfathomable. You know what I'm saying? If you got that, I need to know what you know. You know what I'm saying? Without a trading bot. And even then, do the trading bots even fucking work? Cause like, niggas be spamming my shit, talking about some, we need this bot, we need this bot, I sniped this, I sniped this. I'm like, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro. If you can't read the market, just say that. You know what I'm saying? You need a little extra help, just say that. But that news candle's fucking ridiculous, boy. It took out every draw on liquidity you could ever have, bro. Cause what, bro? That shit is insane. I do want to look at crypto too. That's all I got for y'all as far as like market updates and market recap, trade recaps go. Oh, did I show y'all the trade that I took at 10:45? Right here, bro. As you can see, bro, it was literally one candlestick, and I clutched out, bro. One candlestick. I woke up here. It was a fair value gap right here. It didn't get inversed until this news candlestick. So technically, it was still valid. You know what I'm saying? And it was a fresh fair value gap. It wasn't like an old ass bitch that had already been, you know what I'm saying, mitigated and all of that good stuff. So I was like, shit, let me holler at you. Take profit was extremely short. I put that bitch right back at the bottom of them lows, man. And that's just how it happened. You know what I'm saying? W's in the chat. W's in the chat. But like I said, I want to look at crypto because I did buy more Solana today. We bought more Solana, 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 Solana. And who can do ya like me? Solana. I entered down here. This is my first Solana entry, and I just been buying ever since. You know what I'm saying? I really want Solana to hit 300. If it hit 300 before the end of the year, really I want 400 before the end of the year, which I highly doubt. But like, give me 350, man. Give me 350. Go up 150 more. If you do that, I'll be very satisfied with my Solana purchases. I really want to buy some Bitcoin, but I want to wait till I got some more money, like a significant. I want to own a full Bitcoin before I own Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make some money real quick, then jump in and try to buy the Bitcoin. But man, that's all I really got for y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoy the little market talk, market updates. You know what I'm saying? That boy Powell. Trump talking about firing him. I kind of want to see what that's gonna do. He said he too late to cut them rates. So, you know what I'm saying? It say just in, Eric Trump predicts Bitcoin to hit 175,000 before the end of the year. If that's the case, nigga, give me Solana at 500. What the fuck is we talking about? How long they gonna get up there? Cause hopefully they make all these stable coins back off of Solana blockchain. That's what I want. If they do that, generational wealth loading right now. But that's all I got for y'all, man. I'm finna jump up here so I can edit the video for y'all, man. Hopefully y'all enjoy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all want to see in the next video, man. My next trade will probably be a live trade. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably do a live update for y'all in the market. So y'all stay tuned for that. Turn on notifications so you don't miss that video. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna catch y'all boys in the next rip. Y'all stay motivated, stay disciplined, and stay blessed.